Hey guys, hope you're having an amazing day. In this analysis, we're going to be taking a look at gold, US oil, and Bitcoin. If it's the first time you're just joining us, if you find this content very helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And I strongly recommend you join our Discord community where we share real-time market updates and also trade signals for free. And if you also want to learn how to trade like professional forex trader, or you like what we'll do at the NFX up, then subscribe to our membership plan on our website and they're going to teach you how to become a professional forex trader and as well improve your overall technical skills and trading skills. That being said, let's get on chat. So here on our chat, we have the chart of XAU-USD, also called gold or the bullion or whatever you want to call it. So last week we saw major moves in gold. We saw price break above the long-term consolidation at 32, 3.25. Now this started way back when we hit the new all-time high at 3,500, and since then price has been in the descending channel and the consolidation as well. So we saw that kind of a breakout last week, and that indicates that we are likely heading towards the formation of a new all-time high. But of course, it will take some time for that to happen. The good thing is that we've seen this breakout happen and it's fully established. Now, after the breakout, we saw price linger above around the, I'm going to put that here, around the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. And after that, price stayed around this price and retraced back to test our resistance level, which is now acting as our new support over here. So I'm expecting this to hold because it also coincides with our 200-day moving average, which is a solid confirmation for a potential price reversal. So if this hold, which I'm expecting can hold, we could be looking at higher prices for gold, and I expect this to be the market playouts. You know, we head towards 3,500 again and likely create a new all-time high. So on the fundamental aspects, though I said I'm not going to touch this, but it's very important for me to say this. Putin last week called Ukraine a terrorist nation, and that's a very, very big statement, considering the war situation we have between Russia and Ukraine. And I don't think that we'll be expecting peace anytime soon, because you know when you consider your neighbor as a terrorist, that's already fuels the current war going on, and likely we could see more escalation. So you know, whenever there's war, whenever there's chaos, whenever there's problem, we expect to see investors run towards safe haven assets, and gold as well has always been the best asset. So there's going to be a higher demand for gold, and we're going to see that reflect on the price action this week and coming weeks for the on the markets. Also, in line with that, Donald Trump and Elon Musk started this whole feud on Twitter and on Truth Social as well. And this is becoming a big problem because you know all of these things indicates chaos, indicates uncertainties, indicates problems. And as like I always said, problems, chaos, issues, investors run to gold or safe haven assets where they can confide and put their trust in. So this coming week, I'm expecting a lot of market activities and a lot of market momentum, bullish momentum actually being gained on the safe haven assets such as gold, Bitcoin, and silver, and the rest of them. So this is currently the market players I'm expecting to see, and we're just going to wait and see what happens. If you want to sell trade or you took the sell trade after this reversals at the 70% Fibonacci retracement level, kindly close that trade and work on a buy, stick to buy positions and find more buy entries because long term, gold is ready for a ride and a very heavy bullish ride. Now that being said, we're going to go to the next chart, which is US oil. So similar to gold, US oil had a run off last week here, heading towards the iron bound of the resistance of our short-term reading charts. We saw price hits the highs of 64.7 following the further OPEC supply cuts. Now, though this is a very good thing, this is a very nice thing to ever happen, and despite OPEC effort trying to boost the price of US of crude, this may not hold because global demand for crude is very very low, and the cuts will likely be short-lived. You know, this level is a very key significant level. This coincides with our resistance level, and this is a long-term resistance. I'm going to show this on the weekly chart. You can see here, this is a very long-term resistance, and it's likely going to hold. I don't expect to see price break out from this resistance anytime soon. So back to our daily charts. Here we can see this price has been tested multiple times just to show you guys how strong this resistance is. And if it breaks, it's going to be very surprising to see that happen. You know, so here we have this again. and again and again and again and again and again. So this has tested, price has tested this level so many times to what we have currently here. And I'm expecting that to also be the case. Price is expected to bounce up this level. We're going to be strongly working with our technicals because on the long term, we are looking towards a lower price of crude, really as low as $50 per barrel. So whatever you happen right now, the fundamental effect will be short-lived, and I expect to see price that retracing backwards towards the lower band of our ranging chart, and that should take us back to 58 or 56 price mark. So guys, if you're on the buy, be very careful with that position, and I strongly recommend you wait for an entry. Or if you're an aggressive trader, in this particular case, I'm being aggressive because I'm taking this trade for a short, and I'm just going to share that with you guys here. This is my trade position. Yeah, it's a very tight position, you know, low risk, high reward. So I'm going to take this position, and I expect us to see US oil prices drop really low this week, you know, towards a lower price. This is the play I'm expecting to see. On the 4-hour time frame, it's much clearer because we can see the lower price oscillations. I'm going to see price, you know, first of all, drop down towards the 200-day moving average. That will be around $61 per barrel, and then we'll see some consolidation and further drop down towards the lower bound of our running charts. That will be around 56 or 58 dollar per barrel. So that's the case for US oil. Not much demand. There is high supply still, even if despite the cuts and all those things. And let's look forward to lower prices for US oil. So lastly, we're going to talk about is Bitcoin, my favorite pair, but right now it's been moving very sluggishly. So despite the breakouts we saw last month, you know, towards 111k, that's all optimism of a short lived, and we saw price time much lower this past few days, and today we can see price at about, yeah, this was the recent consolidation. You can see price at about 105k, following the recent sell-off towards 100k mark, which hit as our major support level. I'm going to just make this standard here just to give us more clarity on our trade. So today we're seeing price breaking out from this short-term consolidation and currently heading towards you know, our last major resistance level at 108k, and I expect that to be broken up this week. This is the second week of June. I expect that to happen, and I expect to see price, you know, trend towards the next natural retracement level. So overall, the momentum that we expected for Bitcoin is not really meeting up to our expectation. You know, price has just been very slow, very sluggish. Gold has even outperformed Bitcoin a lot this year. So I'm hopeful that we'll see better movement on Bitcoin, because even last week we saw changing outflow of investors' capital from Bitcoin towards Ethereum, which is very surprising. Very, you know, it's really surprising, and I don't know what will happen, but fingers crossed. I'm still on the long-term outlook for Bitcoin. I really check daily charts. I focus mainly on the weekly. That way we see clearly what is going to happen. So overall, on the weekly, we can see that this is just a blip or a very blip movement in the markets, and we could see price head higher. I mean, Bitcoin does that very much. We see price head higher, and maybe two candles can give us a price above 120k for a start, and then we can head higher for higher prices and the euphoric stage if that happens this summer or in autumn. For now, guys, trade very careful. Go low risk on Bitcoin as well. You know, as well as every other trade. Always do your research. Take your time. Don't rush any trade, and trade smart. Very important. Your cash is king. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the Discord community. Cheers, and see you guys next week.